Hello everyone. I hope you are always fine. Today's video is very important and you should complete it to the end. In it, we will talk to each other about your sadness towards the past that you are still suffering from and you are not able to enjoy your life, and we will talk about your fear of the future. And I am sure, God willing, after this video, you will be able to get rid of all the negative energy inside you and have a new second look in your whole life with which you can make up for what you missed. Before I start the video, if you see that I help you to have a new point of view and help you change your life, make a like for the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me ask you an important question in your life, which is what will make you control all your affairs. Also, it entails all your things that are still coming. I wonder what you did with the sadness inside you towards the past. You skipped it. Or you still don't know how to do this, and you still stand in your place, and your mind doesn't know how to understand it and get rid of it. Let me also ask you another question that is no less important than the previous one. I wonder what you did in your fear for the future. What are your fears that make you live a depressing life without enjoying God's blessings on you? I am coming today to talk to you and clarify the world a little bit, because the person who lives in his sadness towards the past and always thinks about it, his mind will remain distracted and unable to enjoy what he does at all, and his mind will adapt to that this past is the reason for his failure to enjoy his life, and therefore the subconscious mind, as long as he believes this talk, the human will continue to suffer all his life because of this sadness and depressed. And when this person succeeds, every time he remembers his sadness, he will suffer again and his sadness will remain besieged. As long as he did not fix the idea in his subconscious mind, and this circle of his sadness will continue to increase and increase until it expands and suffocates and traps him with the passing of days, and not he will be enjoying anything in his life, no matter how beautiful it is, and no matter how much he reaches the highest ranks too. That's why we hear about very rich people, and their wealth is big, who commit suicide simply like this. The topic starts in your subconscious mind. As we said before, and we still say, that the subconscious mind believes anything you give him and say it and repeat it a lot, whether right or wrong. Every time you repeat positive words with your tongue a lot, hopefully what is coming is easy and beautiful and better, and tomorrow things will be adjusted. It will not always be like this. It's impossible. Whenever you give yourself positive energy and say good words, the more your mind believes it and is convinced of it, so all the doors will open for you. Why? Because you will be full of positive energy and enthusiasm and want to change your reality inside. So you will think right, and your mind will be calm and know how to see another angle to the issue, and therefore you will find solutions, God willing. The biggest proof of my words is that when you are angry or fanatic, it is impossible to be able to think correctly and reach a suitable solution with the person in front of you. On the contrary, your anger will close all the ways that lead to solutions, and therefore the issue will grow. But if you sat with the person between you and him problems, no matter how big, and heard and knew his intention behind the topic and what is the reason for his disagreement with you and his reaction, and you also explained to him why your reaction is like this, and you tried to reach a suitable compromise solution, you will find this solution, because the mind, in order to think correctly, he needs logic, and logic cannot exist, and you are angry and listening to your voice only. Also, your fear of the future exists. Why are you afraid of tomorrow in the first place? Keep in mind that as long as it is nervous, it will keep coming up with wrong results, and your faith is very important for your fear. So God always reassures us and says, with hardship comes ease. Reassure yourself and say that you still don't know where this ease is. You will find it coming to you one by one and looking for you. You will find your mind starting to calm down and your stress is very less. Your mind must be balanced between sadness and fear. The unbalanced human being is the human whose thoughts are unstable between sadness in the past or fear of the future. There is a beautiful experiment in psychology that tells you to empty your negative energy and sadness on paper. You answer a paper and a pen and write all that bothers you and burn it after that, or you go with someone you are comfortable with. But keep in mind that you are in this case, your energy will transfer it to a negative. You will be relieved of your sadness, but he will remain busy with it. You are relieved because I talked and he is tired in order to take this negative energy from you. So that by saying that all that bothered you and your negative energy came out on paper, you will find yourself very relieved after that, and therefore your mind began to calm down. Write down everything that caused your sadness. The definition of sadness shook everything that happened in the past period and you were rejecting it and therefore it is your sadness. Write also in another paper all your fears, whether from responsibility from the high prices, everything that scares you. Write it and let you know that yourself and mind are not stable because they are playing in these two axes simply like this. Your sadness in the past has happened. It is over. It is not in your hands to change it. It happened and it is over because God Almighty wrote it on you not only to suffer from it but to learn from it and give you a lot of experience in your life and increase your maturity. So your mind will start to come to terms with it and feel a balance in your life. We come after that to fear. Write you are afraid of what? And also write the maximum thing that can happen to you and put plans and alternative solutions to the topic that you are afraid of. If this happens, I will do this, and if this happens, I will do this. When your mind sees these alternative plans, it will start to relax and not be afraid of the future. Thus, you have adjusted your mind and made it balanced towards the sadness of the past and towards fear, and therefore you will always be optimistic about the good. I hope all our coming days will be beautiful and we will be reconciled with ourselves more and more. Keep in mind that the decision starts from inside you. Thank you. I see you in a new video with a new point of view. Goodbye.